You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith. Johnson.
The AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California. Presented by Markeia McCarty and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AfterBuzz TV's WWE Main Event After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's WWE Main Event After Show.
As we heat up and we get closer and closer to Extreme Rules, we got another star-studded main event for you. And, hey, I get to be here hanging out, talking about it with you guys today. Welcome to Main Event AfterBuzz. I am Christian Rosenberg. Tom Connolly is not here this week, but that is because that man is getting married this weekend, and he's getting ready. So you only got a few more days. There's still time, Tom. There's still time.
Oh, stop.
You got a few days left.
Don't you hate on his happiness. That is going to be a happy, happy wedded man.
By the way, that lovely lady you hear speaking is Miss Markeia McCarty.
Hey, guys.
And the gentleman next to her is Mr. Scott Narver.
That is not what you were saying when you were tombstoning Tom on this surface 3 times over earlier today to take that chair.
That's exclusively on the AfterBuzz app.
Well,
which you can download on your iPhone and Android devices.
Oh.
But I hope, don't be disappointed if you don't see that those tombstones actually happen because they weren't there. But we're blasting Ryback's music because he actually had a very good showing tonight on Main Event. Ryback is somehow becoming legit overnight, really. Like, they were just kind of, we were wondering at WrestleMania why they were in that 4-way tag match because we never saw them win a match. But then since WrestleMania, they've been on quite a tear.
You're right. Ryback is legit.
Ryback.
No, one of them's doing very well.
Ryback is cool.
One of them's a former Intercontinental champion.
Oh, sure.
What was that?
Former. He lost.
Oh, look at us agreeing.
Yeah, he's a loser.
Wow. I already miss Roman Corey. All right.
Well, we miss Tom and Gabby.
This is what happens when you have 3 wrestling fans who are all also improvisers doing this show. All right. Main event hailing from Hershey, Pennsylvania this week. And we kick things off with the Intercontinental Champion, Big E. Not Big E Langston, just Big E.
Big E. Mm-hmm. A winner.
Yeah, and a winner tonight against...
Well, just a winner in general because he still has the title.
That's true.
So that doesn't make him loser.
Spoilers much? Well, I assume everybody's seen
This is a post-show recap.
And it wasn't a title
that's
match.
true.
That's what I mean. I'm saying
that is a rarity.
He still has the title, unlike Curtis Axel, who he beat it from, because he's legit.
Yes, and he isn't all play acty like some people that I could... Curtis Axel. That I could mention. Sorry, I had to clear my throat.
I feel like I'm the only AfterBuzz Wrestling host who still has some hope for Curtis Axel.
I didn't say I'd have some hope. I'm just saying right now he's a loser. And he's not legit. Ryback's doing a lot of work. This is his new theme song.
That's Axel's new theme song right there. So anytime we say Curtis Axel, we should hear Steve Lemieux on the 1s and 2s.
Poor guy.
All right, but Big E versus Alberto Del Rio, a rematch actually from last Friday's SmackDown, where I found it kind of interesting, which we talked about last week, how Alberto Del Rio has already been eliminated from the Intercontinental title #1 contenders tournament.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
And he then let out his aggression on the Intercontinental champion on SmackDown. Big E won the match by DQ because Del Rio wouldn't let go of his cross arm breaker. So he acted really strong and vicious, which made the champion look weak, and that thus resulted in our rematch tonight.
Wow, so you're saying Del Rio got super aggressive and slipped his leash? That never happened.
I know.
I really enjoy that about him, actually. Like, he's just, he's like a feral cat in a box, like someone put him in the box and it's like, okay, he just kind of hunkers down a little bit, scratches at the side, and then you put that top up just a little bit and roar! I love that about Del Rio.
What does he do again?
Roar!
No. All right. I was not unaware that Alberto Del Rio does that.
So every time we hear Alberto Del Rio, we'll hear...
And every time we hear Curtis Axel, we'll hear, yeah! Nailed it.
This is a short-form improv show now.
Wow. We're practically morning talk radio at this point.
Get Wayne Brady in here.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
In about 2 minutes, we'll be taking suggestions from the audience.
All right.
What audience?
We have...
I'm just kidding. I love you guys.
Hey, for people listening, they would know that we have a live studio audience here.
Yeah.
I mean, they constantly applaud and boo and cheer and laugh and all that.
Tonight is Deaf Orphan Night.
That's it.
No, it's not.
That's
My
right.
mistake.
Oh, man.
Thank you, guys. Okay, thank you. We got a show to do.
Yeah. I loved how when Big E first started, he had like all the love from the audience. I think that had something to do with the disqualification and stuff that happened on SmackDown.
I think it's definitely a part of it. You know, helped build him up because he's clearly, you know, the babyface here. He's clearly the good guy in this. And everyone hates Del Rio. Everyone loves to boo Del Rio. And these two always work well together. Whenever these two have had a match, it's been a solid match. And I think also with this tournament that they've been doing on Raw, it's actually helped escalate Big E even more, even though he's not even competing, because they're vying for a shot at his titles. Like, oh, this is the guy that they're hoping to face. As the finals are this Monday between Bad News Barrett and Rob Van Dam. But this match...
I hope bad news.
I think everyone hopes bad news right now. And we're going to get to him in just a second. But I was actually a little surprised at how short this match was. These two, like the one on SmackDown last week, it probably went somewhere between 10 and 15 minutes. This match might have gone 5. And, you know, good back and forth action. The super kick from Del Rio came really early. He hit his big enziguri in a turnbuckle. But in the end, the big ending, onto Del Rio. And like I said, in about 5 minutes, Big E with the clean victory over the former multiple-time WWE and World Heavyweight Champion Alberto Del Rio.
Well, another loser. Clearly, Big E has scouted him and has from SmackDown, and then is able to take him down.
Studied the game tape.
Yeah, got him in under 5 minutes. Easy, no problem.
Well, you know, you could use Del Rio's anger against him, and maybe Big E's starting to figure that out. You know, I mean, if he slips his leash too early, then he's just a raging bull. You know, so you could just do the ole with him. I have so many metaphors, guys.
You have a lot of
Yeah.
them.
I have so
But save
many.
those olays for the Matadors.
Oh, that's right.
Which we'll
Those
get to
matadores.
shortly. But after Big E wins,
Pun very intended.
yes, it was. But yeah, after Big E wins, celebration cut short because all of a sudden a 50-foot podium rises by the stage.
Bad news.
And
Bad news
that's his new music.
bear.
Forget Wade Barrett's other music. Forget that. Markeia's got his new theme.
Bad news. Bad news, bear.
She's just going to show up on the stage and just start doing that over and over until he gets to the ring.
Yeah, I wear a slinky dress.
Do it.
Bad news.
A dress made out of slinkies?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. Better than a dress made out of log. Anyone?
Yep.
Anyone?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, sir.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Nickelodeon. Oh.
Anywho, Barrett is letting Big E know that he has some bad news for him. That his days of being champion are numbered, 12 days in fact. Let's face it, you've been a truly horrible champion. You've got no personality, you're one-dimensional, you're actually teetering on boredom. Who could forget your lack of intellect? Actually, you remind me of this audience. Oh, snap.
Harsh words.
And then Barrett goes on to say, I'm going to ruin your professional life, and soon you will be sitting in the stands with this lot. Some of them have crappy lives, but most of them have no lives whatsoever.
Oh. The words sound so much harsher without an accent.
It's true. And it's because I do a terrible British accent.
Do you?
I do. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Oh, you wanted me to do it? Is that what
Yeah.
you're
Do
saying?
it?
I can do the bad news part, but that's really all I can do of Barrett.
Okay.
The bad news, and then I turn into an American.
Plug your Twitter in English. In proper English.
Maybe we'll save it for the end of the show. I don't want to plug. I shouldn't plug my own stuff in the middle of the show. That'd be egotistical.
That'd be bad
yeah.
news.
That would be very
Yeah.
bad news. And then I get that sound. I get the Curtis Axel theme.
Right?
Oh, you don't deserve the
There it is.
you don't deserve the Curtis Axel theme, Christian.
I feel like
Yeah, that
I feel like
word.
we're on Pee Wee's Playhouse, and that's like the secret word. And And every time you say it, you get that noise.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but let's move on to some truly battles of epic
We
proportions.
rate matches.
Oh,
on
that's
this
right.
Show,
Yeah.
buddy.
I'm sorry, I started that. Remember, I started this show. And then as it got ready to start going to school, I passed it along to the teachers.
Oh.
As you guys. That's what I call it. I was the mother. I bathed it. I bathed
Yes.
it.
What?
Yes.
This show came from my womb.
Mommy bath.
Yes.
Oh, so natural
Wow.
childbirth.
Yes.
This show is horrifying to me now.
Tom, do you see what happens when you go and get married? I take over and blank hits the fan.
Gabby would have said it.
Yeah.
I am not as cute as Gabby.
And she's not here either. We
She's
should
not.
acknowledge She's working.
Yeah,
She's got a
yeah.
job that's taking up her time right now, taking her away from the wrestling.
Yeah.
Or if you download the app, you would see Markeia actually tombstoned her 3 times on this table.
That's true. That one did happen.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that.
You sound so sincere.
Well, I'm very proud of myself for having the athleticism to be able to tombstone somebody
all right.
3 times in a row.
Well, let's get ready to talk about the rematch of the century. Hornswoggle.
We rate
I forget-
matches
Yes.
on this show that you gave
You know, we were
to.
talking about that, and then we decided to go on. Okay, fine. Let's rate this, because, Scott, you never give an official rating anyway.
I do.
gives totally
How many
official
stars would you give
ratings.
this match, Scott?
Oh, I don't do that. 92 bags of chalk is what I give this match.
Why?
Yeah.
I'm sorry if you don't understand my system in place, but there's a system in place that I gave a bath to long ago when
All
you
right.
had me on the show.
That's true.
And then ever since, yeah.
Okay.
I
Markeia?
give it sandwiches.
I gave it a 2.75.
Oh, so we do 3/4 stars as well.
I do.
Okay.
Yeah. Gabby does, like, she'll do a 4.9 or a
Nothing's perfect.
3.7.
With Gabby.
Yeah, yeah. For me, I do quarter stars.
Okay.
So 2.75. You know, I enjoyed how it started out with it. I like that there was that, you know, that feeling of history behind both of them. The audience helped me a big time with, like, Big E. And I love that hella jump that he did at the beginning when Del Rio was hitting the ropes.
The hella jump.
The hella jump. That was great. It was like at the beginning, Del Rio was kind of playing with him, like a cat has found a mouse, you know, where he's going over to the ring and he's like, ooh, what will I do next? I'm Del Rio, playing with my mouse. And then it turned out to be
That didn't
like,
sound Mexican at all.
I am playing with my mouse.
That just sounded creepy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, in any case, he found out like the mouse wasn't a mouse; it was like a jacked up badger, and went after him. That's what Big E is, a jacked up badger.
The JUB.
So I enjoyed it up to that point, but it I don't know, kind of missed the mark for me a little bit with things. I wanted more. It wasn't as fulfilling. It wasn't as satisfying of a match for me. But it wasn't bad. So 2.75.
Okay. I'm going to go 2.5. Like I said, I normally enjoy these two working together. I think they work well off each other. This match was just way too short for an Intercontinental champion versus a former World Heavyweight champion to be. A former champion, a guy who's been in as huge matches as Del Rio has been in, should not lose in under 5 minutes to a mid-card champion. I'm cool with him losing to help elevate the Intercontinental champion, but not that quickly.
So Barrett doesn't raise either rating?
Barrett wasn't part of the match. Barrett was after the match.
Well, it's still the
Wade
second.
Barrett gets a 4.
Oh.
So, because he's all right in my book.
All right.
And so is Curtis Axel. Oh,
you missed
he
it.
missed one.
He's falling asleep.
That's all right.
No, I got it. The soundboard didn't work though.
Oh, okay.
Soundboard's
Yeah.
a regular Curtis Axel.
Well, now let's get to the rematch of the century. Can we do it now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Hornswoggle versus El Torito. I was stuck having to talk about this match on SmackDown, and sure enough, the week that I'm free to volunteer to fill in on Main Event, I gotta talk about this again.
I'm gonna keep a tally of how many times he mentions SmackDown.
Well, I
You're not
mean,
plugging
We
anything.
love you, Christian.
I haven't plugged anything yet except,
Yeah.
SmackDown, which is normally on Fridays at 7 o'clock here on AfterBuzz TV.
There we go. Yeah.
which you can see live at AfterBuzzTV.com. And this match, why is this match happening?
You want me to answer that?
Yes.
Because it was the match of the night.
I'm sorry?
It was the match of the night.
Elaborate, please.
Hornswoggle is what I call him first
I
off.
like it. I like it.
He's got,
Trademark it now.
I have.
I forgot to trademark Rosebuds, and look what happened, so go ahead.
Yeah, Adam Rose took it from you. You got to fight a bunny to get it back.
Go bunny.
These guys in this match, now typically in your little person matches of old, they're doing a bunch of comedy spots and it's a bunch of ridiculous fighting. These guys wrestled. These guys went at it. They're doing a wrestling match. They're doing moves. They did some chain wrestling. They did some high spots. They went at it. It wasn't a typical joke match. These guys went to town. I enjoyed it. I enjoy these guys doing some actual wrestling.
Okay, I respect your opinion with that.
Oh,
definitely.
I know you guys don't agree
No,
at all.
no, no,
I was
no,
in
no.
the beginning.
I partially do, but I want Kia to go. I want Kia to go.
Yeah, with the little people match, or is it small people? I want to be PC. Correct?
Midge.
No. Okay, with the little people match. Recover, Christian, recover.
Tom, I miss you.
When I first saw it, I was just like, okay, all right. So where are they gonna go with this? Because I thought, like, what Scott was saying, that it would just be like a jokey thing, like the Game of Thrones scene, and was it Purple Wedding or whatever it's called, the
Red
one before
Wedding?
last week? No, not Red Wedding.
White Wedding. Billy Idol.
Well, I'm not going to give anything away for Game of Thrones for anybody that hasn't seen it, but there's a certain scene in there where the king has a lot of little people come out and be very jokey, and it's humiliating to Peter Dinklage's character. So in any case, at first I thought that they were going to do something like that, and I was like, I do not want to sit through this. There's no point to it. And then, like, yes, they were doing real wrestling. They were doing moves, and then I was looking at it and I was like, this would be so much better if El Torito was going up against somebody else. I'm sorry. I did not think that Hornswoggle brought it compared to El Torito. It was kind of like if Natalya went up against Eva Marie for me. Because there's personality stuff there. Definitely. I really enjoyed Hornswoggle's like, woo! And everything like that. Yeah.
For those of you just listening to the podcast, she actually pretended like she played guitar just now.
So I really appreciate the personality stuff, but I thought the wrestling was not as strong. It just wasn't quite there compared to El Torito, who's very acrobatic, who's just like all personality filled. But then that might have something to do with the fact that he has a bull costume on. So, there is that. But I just thought that it was a very uneven match for the two of them, and I wish that they had other competitors that El Torito could go up against, because come on, he's done his flip thing on just about everybody. He did it on Heath Slater, right? He's done it on Triple H.
Monday Night Raw, El Torito pinned Drew McIntyre.
Right. So it's like
And he
El
can't
Torito.
beat.
And he can't beat Hornswoggle.
No, he can't.
No.
Former cruiserweight champion, the last cruiserweight champion, retired that belt.
He did, didn't he?
Yeah, he sure did.
So he needs some serious meat to go up against. I'd like to see El Torito do that. I think let's have him go up against somebody else. But then the problem is that there isn't anybody else right now.
Tyson Kidd.
He's the next closest thing. Sin Cara's kind of short. Mm-hmm. I agree with you, Scott, on the point where I enjoy the fact that it wasn't a jokey match, that they legitimately wrestled. And I think both of them have the ability to wrestle. El Torito, certainly without a doubt. But Hornswoggle actually has a good amount of ring psychology. He can actually go. My problem with this match was, for one, I like Byron Saxton on commentary. I'm trying to grow more on Tom Phillips on commentary. These two did nothing to enhance this match like JBL did on the first one last week on SmackDown. Because JBL is just freaking hilarious in everything he does. The other thing, I watched this match and I did not see a story. I didn't see a story being told in the ring, where a lot of guys are able to do that. You can work on a certain body part or really build up the hatred that these two supposedly have for each other. And we really didn't get that. And that's what helps. And part of that is also, again, with the commentary to help tell the viewers at home that story. So throw in the fact also that you could hear a pin drop in Hershey, Pennsylvania while this match was going on. The crowd was deathly silent for like 95% of the match.
Well, maybe they didn't know how to take it.
Well, that's too bad. I mean, I think they missed out because I think they tried to raise the bar for that type of wrestling because that happens often with divas as well. Like
I agree.
Paige
No, it
and
does.
Oksana on Raw, and the crowd just didn't give it a chance either.
I completely agree with you. They didn't.
I enjoy it. I find it fun for the sake of variety, and I think those guys actually did bring it.
Yeah, and then in the end, for those of you who might have not seen it yet, and you're listening to this if you haven't seen it, okay. El Torito goes for his bull salt, but Heath Slater hops up on the ring to distract him, and the Matadors then scare 3MB. So two guys of Los Matadores and 3MB, and the two guys are scaring the three away. And in the midst of that, they gave Hornswoggle some time to recover. He gets out of the way of the bull salt and then hits the tadpole splash, as he calls it.
Oh.
And Hornswoggle is what gets 3MB a win. It's through Hornswoggle. And I did say this on SmackDown. I'll say it again here. And yes, I did say SmackDown again. SmackDown, by the way. SmackDown. I think Hornswoggle with 3MB is the best thing that Hornswoggle's ever done. I think he's hilarious with 3MB. I think he fits the mold well. I think he does Heath Slater better than Heath Slater does Heath Slater.
I say the second best thing because his introduction as Little Bastard when he was with Finley was
That
amazing.
was
The
kind of
chemistry
interesting,
between those
too.
two was
Well, him and
awesome.
Finley were great.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is the next best thing that he's done. I like that they're using him. I like that he's in the band. I hope there's a whole storyline of him being the new front man. Maybe he gets more ladies than Heath. There's so many things to do with this.
This is true. You can all of a sudden make him all of a sudden get an ego trip.
Yeah.
And he suddenly, like, he'll kick someone out of the band.
Yeah, band
Ooh.
meeting. Heath, you're out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
there's
actually
so
pretty
That's
much
actually a
fun
great idea.
I'm
Look at
excited
you.
for this.
Look at you coming up with these ideas.
stuff. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I've
got a
only
lot of
seen
ideas.
him with the Great Khali. Great Khali?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, I've only seen him with.
Yeah, he
that
is
one
considered
kind of
great.
like
He's considered great for some reason.
Yeah,
Khali.
You put it in your name. You're great.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Great Scott.
I can't do it. I can't pull it off.
The great Curtis Axel.
See,
No.
that broke the soundboard again. You
Broke
can't
it
put-
again.
You
It's
can't
just
put
broken.
those words together.
I
like
guess
that.
not. All right, star rating. What do we do? What are we giving?
I gave it 11.
Just 11.
Yeah.
All right.
Could be 11 anything.
Yeah.
Anything.
Well, could have gave it 10, but this one goes up to
11.
11.
I end up giving it a 1.5. Just saying, I wanted more. I did, like I said, I found it interesting. I do want to see more like this, but the match for what it was, I ended up giving it a 1.5.
I actually am right with you. I give it a 1.5. Again, it's nothing against the two of them as as far as the wrestlers or sports entertainers. And they did work their asses off. I was disappointed in the crowd for this match, and I was disappointed in the commentary for this match because we need the story. We need to know why these two hate each other so much, because these two have actually had more interaction in the last few weeks than Daniel Bryan and Kane. Mm-hmm. And when you think about it, and
So you're saying Extreme Rules.
main event,
Let's do it.
last man standing.
Oh. let's
Book it.
make it happen.
Book it now. From there, we get a recap of the interaction between the reunited Evolution and the Shield from Raw, where the Shield, tries to head up the ramp to confront Evolution face to face, but then all of the mid-card heels decided to leave their dressing room and stand along the line of Evolution as well. So all of a sudden, it looked like it was about 15-on-3. So the Shield just kind of stood there and looked, and
Yeah.
Evolution laughed.
Yeah, and then, of course, all the pun jokes.
All of them.
All the pun jokes for being Evolution. I'm actually looking forward to that when they get on the mic, and because they're going to be that leading up to Extreme Rules.
Yeah, so yeah.
Yeah.
And it's probably going to end up being the main event of Extreme Rules, the way it's been building up. I think this will take precedence over Daniel Bryan and Kane.
Could be.
And yeah, Evolution versus the Shield. And it's only listed as a 6-man tag match right now. Or have they announced any? I don't think they've announced a stipulation in that match,
No,
have
because
they?
I mean, why would there be more guys? Because it's you're gonna have El Torito and Hornswoggle in a separate match. You're not gonna throw those guys into that. That throws off the factions of where they are.
Unless Hornswoggle joins Evolution.
Oh, that's so many factions for him.
Oh, he just joined 3MB.
I'm kidding.
Okay. But I do have to say for Evolution, that's a pretty impressive amount of muscle that they have with the three of them. If they can work together.
31 World Heavyweight title reigns between the three of them.
Yeah, and like 10 of those are Randy Orton, right?
And
more for Triple H.
And like
Yeah.
13 or 14 of them are for Triple H. And then the rest would be Batista.
yeah, who never lost. I think he lost the WWE Championship once. Otherwise,
To Cena.
Yeah, otherwise he had to give up the World Heavyweight title twice.
By an injury or something like that? Yeah.
Man, but it seems like such a case of the enemy of my enemy is my friend kind of a thing, because there was all that tension between Randy Orton and Triple H, and then like that whole thing between Randy Orton and Batista. So it's just like, I think if they can work together, that's going to be like a devastating powerhouse. But I would love it if they were a powerhouse, but they end up not being able to work together, like quite not able to do it. There's like too much friction or something. I would really like it if there was a backstory like that.
I'm looking forward to it. I think it's gonna be awesome.
I think it's going to be a really fun match. I am looking forward to this. I just wish it's Extreme Rules.
Yes.
I wish there was some type of stipulation in
Could
this
be.
6-man tag match. We got one more Raw.
Yeah.
So they got to announce it quickly.
They've got no, they don't. They can announce it on the night. They used to do that all the time of just and it's
I don't
no
like that.
disqualification or
I
it's
don't
falls
like
count anywhere or first one to be set on fire.
Yeah, you can't open your presents before Christmas, Christian.
Why?
Rosenberg, he doesn't know about Christmas.
Oh,
Right. Then we get a quick little vignette of Adam Rose and the Exotic Express, how it's coming. I'm excited for it. I love Adam Rose, honestly. I know some people might question that, but I honestly love the guy. I think it's a tremendous character, and it's hilarious, and I can't wait for it to be on the main stage.
He's taking your rosebuds. He's taking your rosebuds.
there aren't enough to go around.
Or am I just having someone else man the garden with me, with all of our rosebuds?
Boy.
Ooh.
So 2 men in the garden?
Well, I mean, it's
Adam and Steve?
this garden has grown. It's massive. It might be difficult for just one person to water it all.
Okay.
I know this is getting kind of weird.
Yeah, this is.
No,
yeah.
it's
It's getting a little weird.
It is weird.
Yeah, it's towing a line for me.
Towing the line.
Towing a line. There we go.
You know who else needs to be in that garden? Curtis Axel. I didn't even have to
Yeah.
say it. He knew it was
He knew
coming.
it was coming.
Sheamus versus Titus. Now, here's a match I enjoyed. These two like Big E and Alberto Del Rio, these two work well together. I feel bad for Titus. This guy is ready for a good storyline. He has the following. People enjoy booing him. Kia in the screening room was talking about, oh, I hate the bark. That's good.
It's stupid.
But
it's so stupid.
they want that.
He's like a seal or
He's a
something.
seal.
Yeah, kissed
You
by a
know?
rose. Yeah. No?
No,
I'm
he's,
sorry, I don't
he's
follow.
not seal.
Fly like an eagle seal.
Nobody's seal except for seal.
Wow.
He's seal.
But yeah, Titus in this match looked really impressive. Actually, at one point, went for Sheamus's 10 beats to the Bowery, and catching Sheamus off the top rope. Sheamus ain't a little dude.
No.
He's not an El Torito.
He is no. He's at least 2 El Toritos.
In his foot. This guy's huge.
Yeah, he's what, probably like 6'5", 6'6".
Yeah.
He's
Good.
big. Yeah.
260, 270 off the top rope, catches him with ease, and then does his standing fall-away slam, which always looks good. But when you're doing it on a guy that size, it looks amazing.
Yeah.
Man. It's like his throwaway. It's like, catch you. Don't want it.
Yeah, it's
So
like, yeah,
it's
you're
not-
nothing.
Yeah.
So he
yeah.
throws away the garbage in his neighborhood. Doesn't even look. Just goes out to the street and then just takes it and goes, done with it.
Yeah. By garbage, he means the entire dumpster.
So we hope that no kids were like running by at the time they threw it away.
Hey, that's the street.
That's
Whatever happens,
survival
happens.
of the fittest. But yeah, with this match, I enjoyed the story that it told. I had fun with that because like near the beginning, Titus O'Neil is like elbow to the face, for Sheamus and toss over the shoulder and stuff and boot to the face, and then Sheamus right back at him, boot to the face, elbow to the face.
Why are you not on commentary? I feel like my job in commentary would be in jeopardy if Markeia started going to my shows. I would be screwed.
Oh, it was just they looked so evenly matched to me.
They did.
Yeah, and I really enjoyed like what you were saying with like Titus O'Neil. I want him to be a full-fledged villain character, and if he's gonna be villainous frat boy or whatever, since he is paying an homage to his frat, which I respect, though it's stupid. I'm sorry, it's stupid. I do respect that.
I've heard that from a girl before. Like, you want to go out? I respect you, but you're stupid. Like, mixed signals.
I'm not saying he is, just that one particular thing. It's like, oh, stop it. But in any case, I would love to see the two of them wrestle some more, with the power bombs. I want to see some more of a story build up between the two of them because I found it interesting.
I agree. I think the two of them, they could sometime down the road create a storyline between the two of them. I think Titus can do a program with Big Show. I mean, Titus, he's just as big, if not bigger than Sheamus. And he shouldn't be the type of guy that loses as often as he does because he's so big.
Well, they did it in a really cool way in this match that he got really
yes.
overconfident. And if they play that up more, that his overconfidence and him thinking that he's so great and then slapping him in the face and
that's his Achilles heel, right?
That he just no focus.
Yeah, just so cocky, thinks he's got it in the bag, then all of a sudden turned around, bro kick, and Sheamus with the win.
Because I don't think that hurts the guy when you lose in that way. That, showing the history of, he used to have a manager, then he had a tag team partner. So if he's just so arrogant on his own, that's how he's going to keep losing. So throw a manager his way.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be good.
Be good.
He could be a Heyman guy.
True. We could also pull somebody else out,
Are there other manager characters?
There's Zeb.
Heyman?
Zeb needs another real American.
Oh, real
Who's
American.
to say there's not another manager that could just debut soon? Why not somebody else?
Also true.
NXT, why aren't they making managers?
Oh, how about, what's her name? Layla?
She's with Fandango.
Yeah.
She's the dancer.
No. I don't mean her then. I mean,
Stephanie McMahon.
No,
She's
I don't
married.
mean head of the authority. No, what's her name? Rusev's manager.
Lana?
Lana.
I don't know if that will work just because Lana's specifically all about,
Creating Rocky IV again?
yes.
Yeah.
Wants America to rise. And welcome to Bulgarian Brute. And all of that stuff. Anyway, with this match, I'm giving it a 3.5 star. I really enjoyed it. Again, I think the two of them work well together. I thought the timing was good and went a good length. Titus looked very powerful. The sudden end with the bro kick out of nowhere, I enjoyed. So 3.5 for me.
All right. I enjoyed it as well. I thought it was neat to see the two big brutes going at it, but it's not just two slow-moving guys. They did a lot of fun stuff. And one of the highlights was when Titus swung Sheamus into the barricade on the outside. I thought that was just intense. So I gave it 48 souls.
SOLES.
No, ginger souls. For Sheamus, so he can have one.
What?
How many times have we used that? I mean, we were talking about the Curtis Axel sound enough. But how many times have we used the other one?
I don't know. I've lost count.
Sheamus got one.
An angel just got its wings.
I gave it a solid 3, just for the simple fact that I couldn't really get behind the ending of it, how it ended so abruptly with the headbutt and the bro kick. I wanted there to be more fallacy on the part of Titus's character, to where then I could totally be behind the headbutt and bro kick. It just seemed to come out of nowhere, and then all of a sudden he's down. I'm like, wait, what happened? And I wanted some more meat tenderizing to happen, for lack of a better terminology, between Sheamus and Titus after his arrogance overcame him. It's kind of like with Del Rio when his anger overcomes him, then he gets sloppy and he gets very aggressive to the point where somebody else can then do like precision stuff and turn his anger against him. So I just think with Titus, that arrogance should go to another level to then have it be like the slam down and he loses once again because he cannot control his arrogance. So I gave it a solid 3.
All right. Look at you breaking it down. I love it. I love it. Vignette for Mr. Bo Dallas. We all want to believe. We believe that Bo Dallas is going to be on Raw soon.
We'll see if I believe. Maybe I will. I'm not sure.
You're not sure?
He's got big shoes to fill.
He does.
It's a big lineage,
That's true.
especially for Markeia. Big lineage. The son
Do you
of
know what he's
IRS.
talking about?
Yes, he's
Okay.
the son of IRS.
I wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
I didn't want you to just be like, yeah, big lineage. No,
No,
but, yeah.
I admit to my ignorance. If it's something, I'd be like, yeah, what's that?
You know Bray's his son too, right?
What?
Bray Wyatt's his son too. IRS's son.
Wait, I think that we've talked about that, and I conveniently forgot it.
Yeah.
You
That's-
don't believe.
Yeah, that's kind of hot, actually.
Wow. I don't think I've ever heard Bray Wyatt and hot in like the same
The Rotunda
realm.
family
No,
just
no.
does it for Markeia.
Apparently.
Not face stuff or like sweaty tank top or greasy hair. Not that. It's what he brings into the ring and the personality that he brings. It's a character that you love to hate, and that's hot. You know, I like it. There's substance there, not only with his wrestling, but with the character that he's established. So it's like, sure, somebody could be, super hot and just not have that much behind him, like what's his name?
Scott Narver. Yeah, I don't know.
It's like, what's his name? It's like, it's right here. It's like right here.
Scott Narver
It's
has
just like,
not
I
a
don't know.
lot
I
going
don't know
on behind there.
what his
Just
name's.
too good looking, but what is there?
Oh, the woo 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 guy.
Zack Ryder,
Zack Ryder. They're just not that
which
much.
is very similar name to Scott Narver.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Not really. In any case,
He's my uncle.
it's like, yeah, he's good looking, but there isn't a lot behind that for me. So, but yeah, Bray Wyatt, IRS's son.
I want
hot.
you and Corey to like have like your own show where you just sit here and talk about the guys and who you guys think are hot on that. Because Corey will just go off on different guys. But she has not brought up Bray. So
Well, like I said, it's not looks, it's what he brings into the
I
ring.
like it. All right. Well, speaking of bringing to the ring, we then get the Raw rebound of Dan O'Brien and Kane from Raw when Kane came into the ring and pretty much used every part of the ring to eviscerate Dan O'Brien, tombstoning him
noticed.
3 times.
I noticed that you skipped completely over the part that Daniel Bryan is married.
Well, yeah, because I've
married
already
to Bella.
talked about that on a million other shows. But yeah, Dan O'Brien got married,
Oh, you hate
and he came back.
marriage.
No, I don't hate marriage at all.
He got
Telling
married
Tom
like 2
not to
weeks
get
ago.
He got married like 2 weeks ago,
Okay.
and he
All
just
right.
came back from his honeymoon.
Okay. I'm letting it pass.
Now people are going to think I'm such an evil person who's against marriage.
No, they don't think that
I'm just
now.
bitter that I'm single. Was that breaking news? What the hell was that? Curtis Axel.
See, this is why you're rooting for Kane, because you're
Yeah.
not happy about Daniel Bryan's recent marriage.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's exactly why. But yeah, Kane tombstones the man 3 times.
You know what
Once
this needed?
what did it need?
You know what it needed?
A
He
fourth
needed to
tombstone?
No, he needed to strap him to the ring post, get out the car battery again, and then
Again?
shock those testicles. That is
What?
Back in the Attitude Era, Kane had a feud with one Shane McMahon.
a son of
Okay.
Vince McMahon.
And
Oh, I heard something about
And-
him, and he's not part of the.
he's not part of the
How could
WWE
he
anymore.
be? His testicles were shocked with a car battery.
He actually had a wrestling feud with Kane, in which case there was a point where Kane tied him to the ring post and electrocuted his nether regions.
Oh.
This is during the Attitude Era when that was okay.
Yeah.
Nowadays,
like-
that wouldn't happen.
No,
The
no, that's way over the
90s?
top now. Now you just constantly drive a guy's head into
Into
hard
metal
surfaces.
steps and
Yeah,
and,
don't
yeah.
shock a
Man.
testicle.
No.
So like in one of those matches, I forget the terminology, a no DQ match where they can just reach under the ring and grab stuff. If someone just drags out a car battery.
You can do it. And
because, wow.
there were matches. Al Snow was legendary for bringing a bowling ball into the ring and rolling it across the ring in between an opponent's legs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, I remember like back in the day, I think it was Bushwhackers that would have the 2x4s. You know? When they pull that-
Hacksaw Jim Duggan normally had a 2x4.
Oh, okay. I'm confusing my wrestlers.
Yeah, Bushwhackers would lick your head.
Oh,
Which is just as devastating.
Which one were these guys?
Bushwhackers.
Yeah, Bushwhackers.
That was Bushwhackers. Okay. All right, cool.
And again, for those of you listening, she was doing the Bushwhacker dance. So yeah, Dan O'Brien taken out on a stretcher. They were originally saying on Raw that he suffered a stinger, and now they were saying, like contusion, had difficulty feeling the limbs, but he has vowed to be on Raw this Monday night.
That's a lot of vows within these weeks.
It's true.
Wedding vows.
It's true.
Match vows.
Yeah.
So we'll see if he shows up, because in about a week and a half, he's got an Extreme Rules match. They have announced that it's going to be Extreme Rules at Extreme Rules against Kane as he defends the WWE World Heavyweight title.
I have a question. It was this past Monday the first time that Kane reappeared in the mask again?
Yes.
Ooh. Hard hitting.
He's got the monster is back. The devil's
Yeah.
favorite demon is back. And then it's time for the main event of main event. Jimmy Uso, one half of the Usos, the one without the name tattooed on his chest, versus Ryback. I was a little like when this match started, I was worried at first because it was just like, all right, I don't remember the last time I've seen Jimmy or Jay, for that matter, in just a singles match, let alone one that would have as much time as this one got. But I thought Jimmy did a very good job on his own, and he definitely held his own in that match. Ryback also, I thought, did a good job. And I think it's crazy how much a year makes in a wrestler's career. A year ago, Ryback was feuding with Cena for the WWE title and was just an unbeatable monster. Now he's on main event against one half of a tag team.
That was a slightly disparaging tone.
Well, it's just amazing what people can do. And I mean, a year ago, Roman Reigns was not, he was still part of the Shield, but wasn't featured nearly as much as he is now. So it definitely different effects with everyone. It's just amazing kind of thing about, wow, it was Extreme Rules last year that he main evented that pay-per-view against Cena.
Man.
It was just an observation I had.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's a very...
it's an astute observation.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. Or
I didn't even say Curtis Axel.
don't confuse
Even though
the
he
two.
was, I do. Even though Curtis Axel was in Ryback's corner during this match as well.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's
Because they're
interesting.
Rybaxel.
Okay.
They're the team Rybaxel.
Oh, all right. They've been around and together longer than I thought they were.
Yeah, they've been a team now for, like 4 months? Five months now?
Probably longer than that,
Longer than
really.
that?
Yeah.
Pretty, pretty much once they left
post-Heyman.
Heyman. Yeah, once they left Heyman, they kind of became a tag team.
Right.
But yeah, again, really fun match. A nasty knee hook clothesline by Ryback onto Jimmy, but Jimmy is able to kick out. And at the end of this match, Curtis Axel tries to distract Jimmy, and all of a sudden Jay comes in, and at that split second that Axel turns, Jay nails him with a super kick. And it was on point. And in the midst of that, though, Jimmy is standing on the apron. Ryback knocks him off into his brother, then brings him back into the ring, hits the shell shock, and Ryback gets the win over Jimmy Uso. And now, multiple shows in a row, Ryback standing over the Usos. Thus, more than likely, they're next in line for a tag title shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great news for Curtis Axel.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then he gets to
We were
he gets
riding
to
those
have
coattails.
but if he gets in the ring, either Jimmy or Jay is going to get that 1, 2, 3 on him, on Curtis Axel.
It's a weak link in that chain.
Yeah, I'm sorry he is, but I know how much you care for him. So we're not going to.
I'm not in love with a guy.
I know
It's
why. It's because he
okay.
hasn't
It's
blocked you on
okay.
Twitter yet, unlike Ryback.
Ryback did block me on Twitter, which is hilarious.
Oh, wow. Didn't know that.
So that's why you favor Curtis Axel. I get it.
No, I like Curtis Axel before it. I like Curtis Axel before then.
Oh, now he's on it. Yeah, but with this match, I like the fact that Ryback just started. He started tussling, and that's just what it was. He was like doing that hound dog thing, where it's like, oh, I'm gonna back you into the corner and all this. And I kind of like the I don't know. It's just like I guess just lack of a better word, the story of it, of where it was Jimmy going after the bully that went after his brother, and I like that, and I felt like the way that it was set up, that Jimmy might have even known there's no way I'm beating this guy, not by myself kind of a thing, but he's going to remember me, and he's going to remember anytime he messes with my brother, this is going to happen again.
And what you were just saying there was exactly my point with the Hornswoggle El Torito match. You just told the story of this match. Before, that's the story of the match before the match even started. We had it.
Yeah.
And then you also have the whole tag team feud in it too.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the point. This had a story build up to it. It delivered well. It enhanced the feud even more.
Oh yeah.
It's making Ryback look like a legitimate contender. I think this was good on all ends of the spectrum for this. It's a 3.5 star for me. I thought it was a very fun match.
We don't rate it yet.
Why?
Because we're not done talking about it.
Well, I just threw it in now. We can keep talking about it, and then you can rate it after. I make
the
my
finish
own.
and everything.
I finished the match.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Scott's on my side here.
All right. All right.
I'm filling in this week. I'm making my own damn rules.
Okay.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was good.
Yeah.
I thought it felt worthy of the main event spot within main event, because normally they flip it around for some strange reason. But yeah, Ryback's looking good. I give it 36 buffets.
Yeah.
I need to try to get on main event more often, only to hear your ratings.
It's available on iTunes.
I know it is,
Review
but
the
I mean, I
show
want to sit here
5
live
stars.
in person.
Oh, well, there's a couch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can hang out with us. But yeah, there were a lot of fun things that happened in this match following that storyline. With I liked Ryback just using the sledgehammers he calls arms, beating on Jimmy, and Jimmy keeping on coming back for more. Basically, he was like, no, this isn't done yet. We're going to keep on going. And I like the length of the match too. And I wish that for this one move, Ryback did, I don't know, the train wreck, where he was in the corner on the other side of the
You're
ring.
dancing so much with this show.
No, and he's just waiting for Jimmy to look at him, and then Jimmy looks at him and full steam ahead. Even in the room, I was just like, Jimmy, just get out of the way. So it's that
She
one
did
move.
scream in terror.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just get out of the way. But I did like Jimmy's running butt check. Yeah, when Ryback was in the
They need
corner.
an official name for that move. They don't really have an official name for it. All they say is shades of their father Rikishi.
Yeah.
Even though I don't remember Rikishi. It was Umaga who did it the way the Usos are doing it. Rikishi didn't do it like that.
No, it was a stink face.
He did a stink face, or he charged them with the butt when the guy was standing in the turnbuckle.
Mm-hmm. That's safe. Otherwise, he could kill a man.
Yes. Yeah. He had a large keister.
Mm-hmm.
Man. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. Super solid. And I actually gave it 3.5 also.
All right. Well, there you go. And that is how main event ended this week. Any final thoughts on this wondrous trip that we just ventured on?
Blood feud, Hornswoggle, El Torito.
First blood?
The story is Highlander. There can only be one.
Apparently the studio audience didn't approve of that one.
That's fine. I got my own soundboard. Yeah!
They were shocked that you did.
Yeah.
But not as shocked as they were at Curtis Axel's performance tonight. Ah!
He stood there very
And we
well.
get the theme music
no.
instead.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I thank you guys for allowing me to come in today and hang out with you guys for main event. This was a lot of fun.
Thanks for
and
hanging with
thank
us.
you all for tuning in and listening. And if you want to keep chatting with all of us, Markeia, how can people reach out to you?
Oh, you guys can find me on Twitter at Markeia McCarty. Or if you are a fan of live comedy, let's see when my next show is.
Live comedy.
Live comedy. Yes, on May 10th, At iOS in Hollywood, I will be in Doctor Who Live. It's genre improv, and you don't have to get Doctor Who to get the comedy.
All right, Scott.
You can watch my wrestling web series that I'm a part of, On Your Mark, available on www.youtube.com.
Watch it. It's hilarious.
On Your Mark show. Brian Kendrick, a.k.a. Spanky, is the guest this week. And then also Curtain Jerks. You can find me on Twitter there. And listen to the two-part WrestleMania episode. This week has special audio with John Cena, Stephanie McMahon, and Hulk Hogan. It's available on iTunes and ComedyPodcastNetwork.com.
All right, and then you could follow me on Twitter at CRosieVOC. Thank you. I will be Curtis Axel for now. You can follow me on Twitter at CRosieVOC. I have a show at iOS this Friday night, actually. I do a two-man show with a dear friend of mine. It's called Tackle Box. Hit me up on Twitter for details on that. Also, if you're in the Van Nuys area, this Sunday, I will be calling the action for I Am Independent Pro Wrestling's first show, where the main event will be one Brian Kendrick against as he does a spit take, against SmackDown AfterBuzz Zone, Ro Moore, a.k.a. JJ Steele, to crown their first champion. I'll be calling the action there. So hit me up for details on that. And everyone also, please follow AfterBuzz on Twitter at AfterBuzzTV and give Tom some congratulatory tweets at Tom.com, because he's getting married this weekend. Yes, that's right. Thank you, Studio Audience, for being so supportive this week. Thank you all for tuning in. For Markeia McCarty and Scott Narver, I'm Christian Rosenberg. We'll see you later.
From executive producers Markeia Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later. Curtis Axel.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.